Hello everyone. So as I promised last week, this week because I won't be available for Saturday and Sunday class, I'll be doing two classes. Tomorrow I'll do the one with Gabby, and today I'm actually doing two. One which is kind of more set for French, but I will share nonetheless on the YouTube channel. So the purpose of these classes is to give you a class that is 20 to 25 minutes long that you can do quickly, and it's based on the classes that I do normally when I have to quickly kind of get out of bed and I don't have that much time during the day. So you can have some blocks. I'll show you how to use some blocks if you have some, but you will really not need anything else but your mat and your own body and braces. So let's get ready. Get my really far away from wood. So what we're going to start is normally in the mornings, I feel like I don't have that much space. So what I do is I try to get a lot of space into my back, a lot of space into my legs, because I feel a bit constrained. And you notice that when you go to yoga classes. So we're actually going to start standing. Bring your feet together, your toes together, your heels slightly apart, about this distance from each other. Roll your shoulders, get your belly in. Try to eliminate the curve into your spine. For me, it's almost impossible, but I'm on the way to it, especially if you have some bum in the middle. And roll your shoulders, chest forward, and as the chest moves out, the chin comes in, and then again, focus on your core. Bring the core in and almost feel like the ribs are moving towards each other. So even when you're in an easy standing position into this mountain pose, you feel there is engagement. Really feel that your heels are pushing into the ground, your toes are actively into the ground. Look at your toes. Separate them as much as you can. Maybe you can do the same with your fingers, and then place them down into the mat. Then feel that sense of rootness going all the way from your toes all the way up. On the inhale, bring the hands up. Get really, really long. Uttanasana. On the exhale, hands through your center and all the way down. Feel long. If you cannot reach the ground, come into your toes, come into blocks, come into your tip, the tip of your fingers, come into your chins. And just relax. Feel the earth first with your fingers, with your hands. And then bring the hands against opposite elbows. And then swing side to side. Giving movement into the hamstrings, creating some space into the hamstrings, into the back of the chins, the ankles. Again, really press your toes down into the mat, the heels. And from there, feel like your buttocks is moving up, your hips are moving up. And try to make a straight line with your legs. Bend the knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do this again and we'll start with the sequence and the Surya Namaskar. Inhale, hands up, small back bend. Exhale, fall forward and down. Inhale, look forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Bring your right foot to the back, as far away as you can. Keep the toes tucked in. Bring the hands into your hips. Send your hips forward. Find the engagement and the stretch into your right psoas, your hip flexors. Keep the toes tucked. Exhale, release the hands on either side of your foot. Send the other foot to the back. Come into your first downward facing dog of the day. Maybe, if you need, bend the knees, walk your dog. Bring both knees together, slightly lower them down. Bring your chest towards your quads. Try to keep the chest towards the quads. As you straighten the legs, you get the legs straightened. Once again, bend the knees, chest core against the quads or closer. Try to keep that engagement and that closeness, and then extend the legs. On the next inhale, move forward like a wave into your plank. Bring the knees down, move back, lower your elbows, slide forward, and inhale, come into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Chest forward, elbows very close to your chest and body, squeezing into the center. Exhale, tug the toes, move back, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your right leg up, knee to the chest, release the foot in between your hands. Back knee down. Same thing, hands into your hips, maybe your hands into the sacrum, your big fingers join into the sacrum. Push forward, small back bend here. Feel the stretch into the left psoas, hip flexor. Release your hands to the front, place the weight to the front of the body, bring both feet together to the front of the mat, release down, grab the back of your heels or the back of your chins, try to get your head a little bit closer to the legs, bend the knees, inhale, move all the way up, exhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do 2 more, inhale, hands up, a little bit bend. Exhale, forward and down. On the inhale, look forward. On the exhale, bring your left foot to the back. Knee down. Push the hips forward. This time, bring the hands together into Kali Mudra. Once again, push the hips forward. Try to go a little bit back. Find your back bend. Look in between your hands. Keep pushing, keep finding the space into the left hip flexor. Exhale, release your hands on either side of your front foot. Bring both feet to the back. Find your downward facing dog. Knees to the chest. Try to bring your chest very close to the knees. Extend the legs. One more time. Knee towards the chest. Extend the legs. Now feel like a wave. Lift your back heels and imagine your head is the last part of the wave. Wave forward into plank. Push the mat away. Knees down. Lower your elbows. Look in between your hands and slide forward as high or as low as you need. On the exhale, move back. Child's pose. Tug your toes, downward facing dog. Breathe. In the morning, I like to take my time to open the space. Bring your left leg up. The knee comes into your chest. Bring your foot in between your hands or as close as possible. Inhale, lower your knee down, hands together into Kali Mudra. Move your hips forward. Find the stretch all through the front body, your front line. Exhale, release the hands to the front of the mat. Press into the hands and the front foot. Bring both feet together. Open and then move the head towards the knees or the chins. Grab the back of the heels, the back of the chins. Bend your elbows. Try to move closer. Bend the knees. Inhale, move up, small back bend. Exhale, release. I lost balance. Happens. Hands in front of your heart. One more side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fall forward and down. Inhale, look to the front. Plant your hands. Your right foot moves to the back. Knee down. This time, bring your hands behind your head. Open the chest. Once again. Push. Open. Find the space. We're going to start here to play a little bit with the sequencing. And the sequence I'll do today is basically one of the simplest sequences of the vinyasa. So move up, bring both your hands up. I like to start with a bit of twist. Hands in front of your heart. Bring your right elbow towards the outside of your left knee. Twist here. Keep the back knee down, or if you can, extend. Hold here into your twist for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1. If your knee is down, what you're going to do is move up, open your arms, tuck the back toes, and lift yourself up into a twisted lunge. If your hands are all the way into the twist and your back knee is up, then you move up into the twist, open the arms. Everyone finds themselves into the lunge. Hold here and squeeze the legs towards the inside for 3, 2, 1, and then circle your hands around. Find yourself in warrior 2. Look forward, breathe. It's not that we forget to breathe, or like that our body will not continue to do it. It's that sometimes we forget to do it consciously. So try to remind yourself to keep doing it consciously. And the exhale, move forward. Bring your elbow into your knee. Try not to press down, but to give yourself a lift here. The back hand circles in front of your face and send it to the front. Look towards your hand. And almost rotate your hand towards the back of the room. Feel an extension, an external rotation to your arm. And the exhale, circle your hand in front of your face. Move back into reverse warrior. Hold for 3, for 2, 1. Extend your leg. Move forward, move forward, move forward. And slowly release your hand on the inside, outside, or into your leg. If you're into your leg, try not to push. So it comes into kind of an overstretched knee. Here, what you could do is use the blocks or use a book if you don't have a block. So if you find that you're putting too much weight into the leg, instead find a block, find a book, 2 books, 3 books, doesn't matter. Then open. Really focus about opening from your core area and your hips. Gaining length here. You can also use a little bit of your core. Don't touch anything. And then just from the core, from the side of the body, get that length. Stay into your triangle pose for 3, 2, 1. Right hand into your hip. Look at the left side corner of your mat. Slightly bend the front knee. Move forward. And slowly try to find your Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, lifting the back leg. You can keep the hand down. You can find your block here. Or you can try to do it without the hand. If you have the block under or your hand is against the floor, look up at your hand, try to find the balance. I like to, you can either point your toe or flex it. I like to flex it, just to feel a little bit of engagement through the heel. Slowly look down, bring both hands down, engage the back leg, bend a little bit the front, and extend. Now, into your split, into your standing split, try to bring the hips forward, so maybe lower a little bit the back leg. Try to keep the both hips on the same line and extend. Use your right hand to find length, your left hand into your chin. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring your knee into the chest. Inhale, try to lift. A little bit of balance. Knee is coming towards your chest. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. You can now bring your foot into the inside of your left leg. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. And you can try your balance a little bit. Bring your hands up, open or close. Look in between your hands, or even maybe close them for 3, 2, 1. Ooh, close in the eyes. Really unbalance me. Hands into your center. Bring the knee again into the chest. Extend the foot. Hold for 3, 2, 1. And exhale, move back. Triangle pose a little bit. Hands into the chest. Release the hands down. Release the foot down. Downward facing dog. We're doing the same sequence on the left side. First you're going to way forward. Find your plank. Bring your knees, your chest and your chin down. Keep the toes tucked, feel a really strong engagement here. Maybe now that you're warm up, you can bring your hands behind your hips and lift for 3, 2, 1. Release on either side and tuck the toes, slide forward. Find your upward facing dog for your cobra. Move back into child's pose. Find the downward facing dog. And we get ready for the other side. So right foot comes up. Knee into the chest. Release the foot in between your hands or as close. If your foot comes kind of far away from your feet, you just use your hand and bring it forward. Nice. Find your breath here. Bring your back knee down. Inhale, lift. Interlace your hands behind your head. Try to exchange the interlace. Open. Same sequence into the other side. Really focus on opening your psoas. Come up into the center. Maybe bring your front foot a little bit closer. Make a 90-degree angle on both legs. Hands into prayer in front of your heart. Twist. Find it. Twist first. Then place your left elbow into your right knee, into the outside of your right knee. You can stay here with the knee down. You can extend. We're going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. Wherever you are, you're going to go up into a lunge and twist. Keep your lunge twist. Keep thinking about bring the 2 hips together, squeezing the hips. For 3, 2, 1. Circle your arms around. Warrior 2, for 5, 4, 3, 2, Get a little bit lower. 1. Move forward, elbow against the knee. Maybe your elbow comes a little bit forward, so there's not much weight into the knee. The other hand moves in front of your face into the front. For 3, 2, 1. Keep the legs back into reverse warrior. For 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg for reverse triangle. Move forward into full triangle. Maybe bring your back foot a little bit closer. Move forward. Try to keep the hips into the same line. Release your hand down into a block, or just slightly on top of your mat, or your fingers into the mat, your hand outside, inside. Only thing is, if you are into your leg, your hands into your leg, avoid placing into the knee. And if you're pressing, if you're feeling that you're pressing too much, find length, come a little bit higher, and then keep yourself here. Find that lengthening to the side of the body. Wherever you are, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand into your left hip. Bend the front knee, look at the right side corner of your mat. Slowly start to lift the back leg. Move into Ardha Chandrasana. You can find a block. Then if you lose the balance, you go back. Find your Ardha Chandrasana on the block. If you have the hand down into the mat or into block, look up into your hand, or you can leave it just with the tippy toes or no hand. For 3, 2, 1. Both hands move down. Move the hips first together. Bend the front knee. Then from here, grab your back heel and feel your moving the legs away from each other, but keeping them on the same hip line. For 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee into the chest. Slowly lift, lift. Find your balance. Knee into the chest. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Your heel into the inside of your right leg. Find your 3 pose. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Separate them or keep them together. 3, 2, 1. Maybe look in between your hands. Maybe close the eyes for 3, 2, 1. Again. I lost a little bit. Hands in front of your heart. If you lost the balance, that's okay. Happens. Some days are better than others. Knee into the chest. This teaches you something. Every single something not as good happens. It is teaching you something. So move forward, extend the back leg to the back, the left leg to the back. Find your warrior 3. If you fold your goal back, extend the legs, extend the legs, extend the legs. Slowly release the foot to the back. Hands on either side. Push. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, find a space. Bend both knees one more time. Try to bring your chest really close. And then now extend the legs. Try to see if there is any difference between your downward facing dog at the beginning and now. Last time you're going to wave forward. Your choice here. Knees, chest, and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. If you're doing Chaturanga, You're going to bend your elbows really slowly. Keep the elbows hugging towards the chest. Come halfway, hold for 3, 2, 1, and then push yourself forward. Finding your upward facing dog. Roll back, downward facing dog. Knees down. Lower yourself into child's pose. Hands underneath your head. Find a space. The standing part of the sequence is now finished. Sit into your legs, sit into your knees. Bring the knees together. Bring your hands into kind of on top of the in between your legs. Look at a point to the front. In the morning, it's always really good to meditate just a bit. For about a minute, the only thing we're going to do is choose something in front of you and focus on that. Wherever your mind goes, bring it back into that point. Slowly release. Roll your shoulders to the back, to the front. Send your hands slightly forward. Cross your legs behind, and then find a seat. To close, we're going to actually open the chest. In the night, I like to do forward folds to close. In the morning, I like to open my chest a little bit. Bring your hips slightly forward, hands behind you, your fingers pointing towards your feet, towards your hips, pointed toes. On the inhale, bring your chest forward, your shoulder blades together. You can stay here if it's too much for your hands, or you can bring the hips up, open. Try to bring the toes into the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, smile, 3, 2, 1. Release down, bend the knees, hands forward. Slowly allow yourself to move down into the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Bring your hips a little bit closer to you. Make sure you can feel the back of your heels. Hands underneath. Inhale, lift into half bridge. You can bring your hands together underneath. Find your bridge or half bridge here. If you feel nice and juicy after the class and you have your will into the practice, you can bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Don't push yourself to do something used for the sake of impressing yourself or somebody else. Is there a reason to do it? If there is a good reason to do your wheel, press into your hands. Move up. My mind is really sleepy. The day is slippery today. Chest opens. Really send your chest to the front or stay into your half bridge for 3, for 2 and 1. Slowly, really slowly, bring the back of the head down. Bring the feet as wide as the mat, your knees together. I like to bring my right hand into my chest, left hand into my belly, or change. And you can stay here for your Shavasana or extend the legs into a more traditional one. Hands into either side, feet into either side. Give yourself a minute here. If you can, a little bit longer. And stay here for only 40 seconds more. During your Savasana, you can again work into your one pointed mind. Place your attention into the space in between your eyebrows. And keep your wavering mind in that point. Yoga is about stopping the vritis, the kind of turbulence and vibrations and kind of goings and comings of your mind. Stay here for 3, stay for 2, and 1. Slowly move to the side, really slowly. Find your Kodo position, repeated position, using your left hand or your right. Find a sitting position. Find a nice sitting position for yourself, Sukhasana. Once again, returning to one pointed mind. Hands in front of your heart. Think about the day ahead as an amazing opportunity to do something amazing with your life. Doesn't matter what comes. Doesn't matter what you're expecting. It's going to be okay. It's going to be amazing. The person who makes it amazing or makes it bad is you. You have the choice. Namaste, everyone.